today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, this is the NFL on EA Sports. The San Francisco 49ers versus Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey, to about the 33-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And they'll go with a ground attack here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 5. And Jennings will go in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Purdy from the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tershawn Wharton able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. Mahomes now on 1st down. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. No score after one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. He'll keep it himself. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jennings, a receiver in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now 2nd and 5. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. This is Samuel. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Going up top.
And that nearly intercepted.
Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On first down, Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First catch on that one for Kelce, and it's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They run it with Pirine on first down. We'll get this up to about the 44. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
A gain of 9 yards and the first down, Chiefs.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Kelce on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Mahomes. And he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the foot. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Pacheco.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, Purdy. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports halftime report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively, and it's second down.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and the defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, a 22.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Up the middle, here's P. Ryan. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the catch made by Hopkins. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This one from 35 yards away. Butker's kick here is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 27. On play action, they'll throw. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down as well. And it looks like this is going to be all for naught. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Back to throw, Purdy. Looking deep for Jennings. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Chiefs offense set to go. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch. Looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Purdy looking to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll be stopped at his tracks right at the 33. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the 4th quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now a toss left for Pacheco. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 22.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. So he stopped for no gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Mahomes to throw on second down. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Nick Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Butker's kick here is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So Purdy and the Niners down 9-7. A little over a minute to go. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on first down. Here's Purdy. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Throwing, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Purdy to throw. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Here's 1st down. Purdy to throw. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody.
This to almost certainly win the football game.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good.
And they'll remain down by 2.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to give your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that one proved to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost them the football game.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game, but hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win, and in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.